go. All right. I'm not going to try to talk too loud. This is the next stage of tutorials. Sorry, I don't have them all numbered. I'm still getting used to the whole tutorial aspect, but this is more for my Dawn of the Geek followers. If you've been going along with the YouTube channel, it's all under Dawn of the Geek. You can go all the way back to the first one. It's up there by date, so it's easy to find the Dawn of the Geek YouTube channel. Everyone I post on this it's part of that channel, so it's not too crazy to figure out. I mean, it is YouTube, so don't panic. Okay, quick recap. When you load up Blender, you get your cube. You can do whatever you want. I suggest doing cycles, mainly because it has a lot more fun you can play around with, and someday we'll get to hear particles, lots of fun, and then the physics, amazing fun. You'll be stuck in physics for probably about a month or two of just messing around going, I can't believe this works. And yes, you will be doing that. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is give a material, just because we want something, no reason. We're not going to add anything today. We're going to cover one of the most amazing things about Blender. And I'm not going to care about Filmic or anything like that. We're probably not even doing much rendering. Right down here, this bottom bar, that is your timeline. If you hit play, it moves. This is very important. Do not panic. We are going to have fun. Alright. So right now, if you hit in, see my wonderful little cube? It's right there in dead center. Location X, Y, Z, 0, the rotation, 0, the scale, 1. So if I hit S1, see, nothing happens. S2, you can see over here on the scale, and I should turn on my, thank you for catching that, everyone, screen keys. It's very easy to forget those. I have to use my mouse on the side. My son, when he was younger, I would say younger, when he got Blender, he basically killed my mouse, I'm discovering. Alright. Yeah, so if you move it along, you see it moving along the Y. So that makes sense, right? That's its location on the grid. If you go up with it. The reason why I do grab and like maybe a Z, I can start moving it just to see what happens. But then if I don't like, if I don't want to lose my spot, then I can just right click and it goes back to anything I want. So I can move it around and go, oh, that's kind of neat, but I don't like it. And that's really nice if you have specific locations because of what we're about to do. So here we go. The reason I bring this up is, let's say I'm going to have my cube move around simply. We're not going to do anything fancy with it. I'm going to hit I, and for just the sake of argument, I'm going to do location, rotation, and scale. So I'm going to cover all of them. Look at all that. That means on keyframe, down here in the bottom, this little has 250 frames. We'll drop that down to 125. We don't need that much. And I'm on frame 1. So at frame 1, you see this little yellow line right there? Well, that is the keyframe. So to make it move, orthographic. I don't know, this would be a lot easier. Now, the order is very particular. 24 seconds, or 24 frames in 1 second. So if you wanted to move and take 1 second, you go, okay, let's say about 25, that's fine. Then after you place your mark where you want it, grab, let's say Y, and let's move it over here. If you want to be accurate, you can actually grab Y4, something like that. Now that let's say, okay, I like that. Location, rotation, scale. There you go. And then let's do that again. Another 25 frames. Grab on the X. And then we'll location rotation scale. Then, for the sake of argument, for no reason, I'm going to go Shift S, selection to cursor, because it's in the middle. And then location rotation scale. All right. Now if I hit play, and you'll just keep repeating. And there you go. You've got your first animation. It is nothing more complicated than that. Now I will take the next few minutes to show you some of the things you can do, and then maybe down the road we can really play around with this. But remember what I said, location rotation scale. Well, here's another fun thing about Blender. Let's give this place something so we can at least see. Oops. Sometimes I have arguments with Blender. There we go. Don't know why. Yeah, I crank it up. Drop it down. There we go. We'll keep the sun lamp. We're just going to, just turn it up a whole bunch. Click and slide. Yeah, here we go. That's good. All right, so here comes the fun part. I hit I over the white. There we go. I just keyframed it. So now let's get over here and let's pick a green. And we're going to keyframe that one. And let's get over here. You can actually just type the numbers, but I'm just messing around. I just have no real care. Keyframe that. Where your mouse is very, 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 very important. Keyframe that. And there you go. And we turn the sampling for rendering down to maybe 20. We're not trying to get fancy. There we go. See, you can keyframe it. To give you, that's about all I'm going to give on that one. You can pretty much, oh, if you want to save this animation like we did last time, we F12'd it, right? We played around with rendering levels, right? I'm not going to do that. If you want to make this into a movie and you just want to have fun with the movie part, there's AVI JPEG is not bad. It's not the best rendering level, but it's quicker. You can play around with it. You can learn a lot from it. But if you want to start doing YouTube, things of that nature, you want to get down into the video, and that's a whole new world. Not a big deal, though. But it's the same thing. You just tell it to do this, or if you're doing special effects. Let's show you this one real quick. Ah, dang it. I have to buy a new mouse. Light paths. Transparent. Now, when I render, I can, let's say I want to render this thing moving. I render it as PNG, so it's actually going to do one render at a time. Which means all those little stuff you see in the background looks like a little grid. It's not a grid. That's called alpha layer, which means the computer, it's a green screen. It doesn't know it's there. All it knows is the cube, which means, yes, you can put it on a video, and guess what? Blender has a video editor, and it's actually a nice one. All right. That is definitely enough of that. Just keep in mind, you can keyframe just about everything in Blender, and that is going to be so much fun later. So that is definitely enough of that. Have fun with it. It's enough of me for right now, but I'm going to be coming back real soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.